Hi, this is Gabrielle Bouillon from Buffalo Rising Magazine. In the second part of our ArtSpace walkthrough, we examined the amenities of the rest of the ArtSpace building, including common areas on the first and ground floors and the new buildings being constructed behind the Main Street renovation. Eva Hassett, Executive Vice President of the Savarino Companies, continues her narration.
Space in the rear and space in the front. Depending on the kinds of interest, there may be some studio space for rent in the rear here where it might make nice studio, gallery, tea shop, coffee shop, piano store, framery, all kinds of things have been interested. So that's, at the moment they're talking to interested commercial tenants. I don't think they've made any commitments.
Okay, so anyway, so commercial space from here, residential lobby here, the big hole behind Steve is where the stairs will go down to the basement, and there'll be a gallery space back here. From as you walk in the front door on Main Street, you'll see glass all to the back. So you'll see a gallery, and you'll see the stairs going down. So there'll be gallery up here, and the idea is that that's for the residents of the building to show their work to the public, to whoever. Stairs goes down, and downstairs in the basement there is communal space like laundry facilities and mailbox facilities. But there's also what we call workshop space. So that means if there are a bunch of tenants who are potters and they want to have a kiln that they share, we'll have a kiln down here. If there's welders in the building, there'll be a welding space down here. Some of the space in the back here, what is open to the parking lot, was also like garage spaces. So it sets up from a code point of view, it's perfect to do welding or kilns or woodworking or things that you might not otherwise be able to put in a residential building. You can put here in this workshop space. So the idea for that is that, you know, then the tenants will figure out how to share the kiln or share the welding shop or whatever. So there'll be workshop space, laundry space, mailbox. As I was talking about, here's the entrance to the residential spaces, and the rest of this is commercial space. The little building they own next door is right here. So you can see that it's going to be restored to what it was in 1910 when it was built as the Buffalo Electric Vehicle Company. You'll come in from this street, go down the stairs here, and that's how you get out to the back as well. Well, clearly you can come in the back, but the idea of the flow from the older building to the new buildings is down through the stairs and out the back. And the site actually slopes down. The site plan for the site, so on the left-hand side here is the building we're in. You're looking down from the sky, so Main Street is to your left. And as I talked about, you come out the back, and here are the 6 new buildings that we're building in the back that we were talking about before. You're looking at a site plan, so this paving, the different colored pavers are all what's going to be built back there, the greenery. And the idea is to have a pedestrian flow between these two here. There is parking associated with the project back in the back here, but the idea is to keep this real pedestrian. There's a pedestrian entrance off of Northampton. So again, you try to have some flow through the site. New housing units, as I showed you on the site plan, there are 6 buildings, 4 units in each. Some of them, each floor will have like a studio and a 3 or a 1 and a 2. Those are basically the combination, so they vary from building to building. There are 24 units back in the back here, and in between the 2 rows is sort of the green pedestrian area. We looked at the renderings before, but you can see by the size of the openings how much glass there will be in each of the units. So they'll get lots and lots of light, and it'll kind of be its own community back there too, in addition to being half of this old building, new building community. These will be finished probably sometime late July into August, we're looking at now. But they're moving along. So, and then after they get done, we'll do the site plan. You can see Co-Place right here to the side. Again, that everybody's been talking about Co, but Co is almost a part of this project. You know, Co is really so close as to really be part of what's going on, and that's a good thing too. So the hope is that streets like Co and Ellicott and, you know, the surrounding neighborhood really are, you know, so much a piece of what happens here, a piece of the community. And hopefully that's happening. I think people are paying attention in a way they certainly weren't before.